What's up, everyone? Today we're going to talk about the anatomy of a test. So it's just 3 basic parts of a test, and I'm going to go over each one and use an example test. So let's get started. So we're going to start with this test that we used last time in a crash course. And this test will show us the 3 parts of a test. So the first part let's talk about is setup. What is setup? So setup is creating conditions in your application. It's getting your application in a certain state. So this could be seeding a database. It could be setting some variables. But what you're doing is you're creating some kind of condition, some kind of state that you want to set before you move on to the next stage. So in this example, we are using seed. So we're seeding the database, and that means just filling the database with fake data. And then now we are grabbing the post out of that database and getting it ready for the next step, which is action. So the next step, action. We want to actually do something. So we want to, it could be updating a record. It could be making a request somewhere. But we want to make sure that we're doing something. So in this part, we are going to do something by getting a response from this URL and saving it to this response variable. Okay. So this is the action part. Is where we're going to go out and grab something from this endpoint and save the response. This could be anything from deleting this post, and then, it could be like adding a user. It could be changing the author. It could be all kinds of things. But we want to make sure that we're doing something in the action part of the step. The last step puts all this together, and it's called the assertion. So the assertion is what we want to test for. So we have a condition are set up. We kind of set the stage. We do something, and then we want to make sure that after we've done something, it's expected to be in the state that we're expecting. We have this assertion, assert C. So this assertion is we are asserting that the post title is in that response. So if it fails, then we failed our assertion and we failed our test. But that's what the assertion is. It's to test that the expected thing happened when we took our action. Like, did the results of that action are they now currently observable? And you can see that this test is named can see post title on index. There's all types of assertions. So there could be assert true, assert doesn't exist, assert I don't know. There's tons of them, but you can see that you make the assertion that the current state of the application after you've done your action is what you think it is. And that's the test. So a test really comes up to 3 things: setup, action, do something, assertion, see if the thing you did got done. That's it. And remember, kids, if your test ever fails, just comment it out like that. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. So that's it. That's the anatomy of a test. Setup, action, and assertion. Go write some tests. Have fun.